Good morning, everyone. That breaking news out of the city this morning. 2 people were killed and more than 12 others injured after a mass shooting on Pennsylvania and North Goodman in the city overnight. We are going to begin our coverage of this tragedy this morning with Adam Chodak. Adam, what happened?
Maureen, first, I just want to let you know that the medical examiner arrived about 5 minutes ago right here on Pennsylvania Avenue. A reminder of the gravity of the situation. 2 people lost their lives, 2 young people, a man and a woman. We don't have identities, but they do tell us, police tell us, that the age range is about 18 to 22 for both of them. 14 others shot, so 16 people shot in all. I want you to get a look at the scene right here. This is Pennsylvania Avenue, just off of North Goodman here in the city of Rochester. Police responded to a house party around 12:30. When they got here, it was pure chaos. They said that around 100 people were running this way and that. They had to treat the victims, ship them off to 2 different hospitals. They do not have any suspects, they tell us, as of now in custody. They are talking with witnesses and they are trying to figure out who did this. Was it 1 person? Was it 2 people? What type of gun was used? So a lot of unanswered questions at this point. The one thing we do know is that this mass shooting is something we do not see here in Rochester often, and the interim police chief, Mark Simmons, touched on that when he gave us this briefing at 4 a.m.
Oh, that guy, yeah. This is truly a tragedy of epic proportion, if you ask me. I mean, 16 victims is unheard of. And for our community, who's right now going through so much, to have to be dealt with this tragedy needlessly for people who decide to act in a violent manner is unfortunate and is shameful. And we're going to do everything that we can as a department to bring those people involved to justice.
Interim Chief Simmons did get upset, saying that they didn't know about this massive house party until they were called to the scene for the shooting. They had hoped, of course, that people, especially in this pandemic that we're in, would have called in so they could have broken the party up before something like this happened. I mentioned that the 14 other people who were shot went to 2 different hospitals. They are expected to be okay. One of the hospitals that a group went to was RGH, and that's where we find Ericketta Koss live right now. Ericketta.
Adam, RPD told us 5 victims are at RGH right now. The other 9 are at Strong. A lot of grief over these victims, just seeing the people around the scene earlier in the night. One of those, a pastor, Dr. Marlo Washington, he said large gatherings like this shouldn't even be happening in the first place with COVID-19. He said he thinks whoever hosted this block party should be held accountable. Now, RPD said there were about 100 or so people on the scene, and they described the site as chaotic. Washington said when he heard what happened, he had to come and just pray.
I think one of the things that needs to be done, whoever was the host of this party, need to be accountable. Need to be held accountable for this, regardless of whatever the situation. That's the first order of business. And then secondly, to begin this healing process, do something, because I think this is about hopelessness.
And we're expecting more spiritual leaders in the community to come forward and offer support and comfort in this time. Adam?
Ericketta, thank you. In this time, we've been seeing the protests over Daniel Prude's death for more than 2 weeks now. That's the backdrop to all of this. And Rochester Mayor Lovely Warren issued a statement that addressed that and this mass shooting. It reads this: "Our Pathways to Peace team is on the ground and working with the victims and their families. I'm asking the community for prayers and support for all involved. This tragic act of violence has impacted many people's lives and families. I'm begging everyone to remain calm and exercise deep restraint as RPD investigates what happened here and seeks those responsible. As soon as additional information is available, the police department will provide updates on this matter. Please keep our city in your continual prayers." And Police Chief Simmons did say he hopes to update us this afternoon. We'll, of course, have crews there, and we'll be able to stream that to you, hopefully, over on RochesterFirst.com. One last note, I did ask Simmons if he thinks that the area is safe, even though they haven't made an arrest. He said, yes, it is. And this area does butt up against the public market, which is up and running this morning. So if you want to head over there, Rochester Police say it is safe to do so. Reporting live from Rochester, Adam Chodak, News 8. Maureen.
All right, Adam, thank you very much. A lot of grieving families this morning. And to recap for you, 2 people were killed and 14 others wounded in a shooting at a house party on Pennsylvania Avenue in North Goodman. It happened just before 12:30 in the morning. Police describing this shooting taking place at a house party, an illegal, unsanctioned house party in the backyard of a house there. 100 people were fleeing the scene when they got there. Again, 16 people shot, 2 fatally. The victims who were killed are a man and woman believed to be in their late teens. So far, no suspects have been identified, and police are asking anyone with photos or videos from the party to call 911. We, of course, are going to continue to cover this breaking news for you throughout the day, so stay with us and catch the latest on News 8 at 6. For updates, you can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and our website, RochesterFirst.com.